Morning time, people. TK, good morning.
Hello, Pete.
I thought we'd do something a bit different today. We're going to have some gin, because why not? And the big thing, I suppose, there's a lot of gin around at the moment. There's a lot of great gin, particularly in Australia. We've got about 60 gins currently in the shop, which is never enough as far as I'm concerned, because they're all so different. But today, and TK doesn't know what I've done here, but we've actually got the same gin, and I've just done something really simple, something that a lot of people don't do because they're just sort of stuck on gin and tonic, and that's kind of their thing. The challenge with tonic is it's quite sweet, and it has a massive impact on the gin itself. So we've got a gin and tonic, and we've got a gin and soda here. So same gin. We've got our great friends out of Divinus Distillery from the Granite Belt, so great Queensland gin, making some really exceptional gins out there. Just two gins, but doing it really well. This is their outlier gin, so super aromatic, couple of great native botanicals in there. There's this lovely sort of cardamom sort of thing that I pick up in here a lot as well, but delicious on its own. Great martini gin, but my preference for this is actually one of these styles, but we'll work out which one you like as well. So I think the easy thing is that the right hand side is the tonic, and this with tonic is just so easy.
It is. It's such delicious gin, but the aromats are really subtle.
Yep.
And I think that you can nearly pick up all of the levels of flavour throughout the aromats in this particular gin. I find sometimes gin, it just sort of all blends into one massive sort of powerful, pungent
flavour bomb.
Yeah, which some people really love, but I think this is really quite elegant. And as you know, I always try and I defer away from the tonic.
Yeah,
because I think I can taste the gin more when I have it with soda.
So can you? Taste the soda. So the one on the left is the soda.
Yeah, the soda's good.
I think that you see more of the gin first and foremost, which I kind of really like. And these guys are using a relatively new process in distilling. It's a cold distilling process. So, and that means that basically instead of heating the aromats, it's done in a much gentler way, and so you get these sort of subtler flavours, I think, come through. And it's not having a go at any other distilling methods, by the way. We love them all. If anything's distilled, it's good, in my world. But there's something really special about the way that they're doing this, and just how clean and pure some of those characters are.
I agree. It's a really interesting process. When you told me about how they extract the flavour from the aromats to get it into the gin without heating it, it's quite an interesting process. But I instantly thought that maybe it may lack a little bit of flavour because of the process. But I don't think it lacks any flavour. It's just a little bit different,
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it's probably a little bit more elegant. In my opinion.
Yeah, and I think one of the reasons why I like this actually coming through now, this real anise sort of character in there, which I really really kind of dig. Which is great, but I also think that what I like about this gin is that it's definitely, for me, it's not a tonic gin. This is a soda gin or a martini gin.
Yeah, I agree.
Where it's just ice cold, just wave it past the vermouth bottle. You don't even need to sort of give it much of a wash at all, and just neck this, a couple of really decent olives, and you're done. It's tough, we're talking about sort of, what would you eat with this, and it's like, I don't think I'd eat much, to be honest. It's kind of almost like a pre. Yeah,
mate, look, I reckon it lends itself to scallops or oysters,
right? Okay,
or even a piece of fish.
Yep.
But I'd probably keep it really simple. Maybe do like a little cucumber salsa or
sort
a
of
pickle,
a ceviche kind of thing. Okay.
So, but I think keep it really simple, really clean, and don't do too much with it, because you want to. It'd be pretty easy to poleaxe that, and probably lose the value in such a beautiful gin. So I'd probably keep it simple, stupid. Maybe do like maybe Ceviche scallops or something would be my preference. But going back onto this, what tonic did you use for that? Because that's really quite nice as well.
That's actually just really generic tonic.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's bloody good. I
mean, and I think that says more about the gin than it does the tonic, to be honest.
I agree, because I would much prefer 9 out of 10 times a gin and soda, but that's quite delicious with the tonic.
And as I said, I really think that's more so about the gin.
Yep.
I think one of the other things is just when we do talk about food, a lot of people will just neck gin and tonic as a drink,
Yeah.
or as a pre-dinner drink, or a pre-breakfast drink, or pre-lunch drink, or whatever it may be. But there is those aromatics do lend it to the fact that we can eat with it. You know,
I agree.
So it's going to be interesting to sort of see what you come up with for that. So.
I'll do a little scallop ceviche, I reckon,
Yep.
and I'll throw that recipe up.
Perfect. All right, we'll have that up online soon. Cheers.